Everyone. We've been really hard at it for the last probably week. Not finished until about 10 o'clock every night, so we haven't had a chance to actually make an edited vlog this week. So we kind of decided to go with a bit of a live, which we've never done before. So please bear with us if you're kind of struggling to kind of figure out what's going on, or if we're not very good at it. It's just how it is.
It's our first one.
Have a look over my shoulder because the chateau is looking absolutely beautiful.
Do you mean the pool, Ed?
Well, the pool, the grass, the ground, the top terrace, everything's looking beautiful.
The steps.
The steps, we've cleaned the steps off ready for the season. They're looking beautifully kind of creamy, golden colour.
They are.
Perfect for any bride to come down.
And groom.
And groom, yes. But
we have Judy home saying hi, Ed.
Oh, hello, Judy. We have our first clients of the year.
For a wedding.
For a wedding. And we're preparing for these first wedding guests, and we thought it'd be really, really interesting for everyone to see Anna actually do a bouquet live. So Anna's going to do a bouquet live, and I want to know any questions you've got to ask, please ask them in the comments. And as Anna's doing the bouquet, you can ask any questions you want. You won't answer all of them, because if you ask a question I don't really want to answer, I'm not going to answer it. But
we have Mama Bear saying hi. We have Annette. It's going fast, so you can. Fast. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I'm
hi,
not got my glasses either, so I don't know how.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Let's see. We're going to get Anna going on the bouquet, and I'm going to be asking any questions that pop up, and if I can think of my own questions, I'll throw some really annoying questions for Anna into the mix too.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Ed. Okay.
Yeah, we are on iPhone, so we've dropped back down to an iPhone this week, and here's beautiful Anna.
Hi everyone. So I'm getting ready. My fingers are already a bit green because I started pressing the flowers. I am wearing black for many reasons, but number one is it doesn't show there. So that is the trick. Shall we go and have a look?
Yeah. I'm sorry I wasn't very loud before. I was a little bit further away from the phone than Anna, but now I'm taking over from the phone. And we're coming over here to where Anna has all of her flowers set up.
Because we're going to do, it's a white, cream and greenery bouquet. And we're starting with some of my favorites. Number one. Hydrangeas. It doesn't get any better.
Anna, can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
You need to shout up because apparently people can't hear us.
Hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we're starting with hydrangeas, and then after we have the best of the best, white peonies, Sarah Burner. Oh no, Sarah Burner. I'm sorry guys, I shouldn't say that. My mistake. They're nicely open. We even have a little bud here.
And we have some ladders behind because we've not quite finished the
no, because we've been
renovations.
No, and we've been trimming and we've been doing things, and my beautiful wall here that you fixed for me, Ed.
So that soil pipe has now been hidden. Not the most beautiful thing to see on a wedding day, but
it's one of the things that you see. Can everyone hear me, or maybe not?
I don't know. I've not had any comments yet for a while. Has anybody got any questions? Because I did miss a question because it went so quick earlier on. These flowers are not actually from our garden, are they, Anna? We have to buy them in from, unfortunately, from Holland. Well,
fortunately, because they have the best quality flowers, even better than French ones. Like these hydrangeas, they're from Holland, obviously. And sometimes when you get hydrangeas from other countries, including France, they're not the same quality, because I like them to be nice and tight because they will stand really nicely in the heat. Okay, so we're getting ready. The baby's breath, and I always lay down, and then after I just pick up the flowers as I go.
Okay, what's your favourite flower of all time, Anna?
Hydrangeas. Number one, closely with the peonies, and I think number three, the roses, and the best variety for me is avalanche, which is these ones.
Okay, so how do we preserve the flowers so well? Well, I got in today, didn't I, Anna?
Yes, you did. So the flowers get preserved really well if we move them in water. So even though I was only going to do the bouquet now, I had to have them in water, otherwise they will wilt especially in the heat.
And I went to the shop to get them, which is kind of a commercial shop. And I said to them, I said, do I need some buckets for these flowers? And they said, no, you'll be fine. Only a 20-minute drive home. And I got home, and what happened? I got it. I was in the bad books.
Yes, because the hydrangeas, especially these ones, I like them to be perfect. But if you get too much heat and not enough water, then they have little speckles of brown, which I hate. Especially for bouquets, I like them to be absolutely perfect. Sorry.
What's Siri saying?
Siri say, yeah, well, she's saying she does, or he's saying, sorry, because I have a Siri man, not a Siri lady. Okay, so we're starting. Hopefully it's gonna, so the colors are white, cream and greenery. I like to put a little bit of eucalyptus in the middle to have a pop of color there.
Okay, so somebody's just asked a question that's very interesting actually, which is, are we still going to build a brand new chateau, or are we pulled towards an old one?
Can I answer the answer?
I'm going to answer this one because it's right now we're still looking and we're still struggling to find somewhere, to be honest, and eventually possibly, but we have a curveball coming very, very soon on this channel. It's going to be very interesting for everyone, and yeah, I'm not going to say any more. You'll see in a couple of weeks' time, you'll have a new vlog come out, and I'm hoping it's something that everyone's going to be interested in and something that everyone wants to follow.
And it's something that I think is best of both, for the time being at least.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your flowers. I did miss a question there. If somebody wants to repeat their question, I've missed that one.
A bit of baby's breath.
Ah,
It's okay. We learn.
yes.
So I'm going to be adding a little bit of Lysianthus. And funnily enough, this year sometimes we have shortages on flowers, and this year with Lysianthus that is very hard to get.
So a question here, how many weddings are we having this year? Basically, by about February in each year, we know how many weddings we're having, and this year we're at 19, aren't we, Anna?
Yes. So we also have other clients that rent the chateau for birthdays and anniversaries, and we're definitely having a wine weekend coming up.
Yes, we do have a wine weekend coming up soon. I've come a bit close because people are saying they can't hear you again. Basically, somebody was asking about which flowers, the best place to get flowers, freshness and everything. Basically, is just Holland, isn't it?
Well, yes, when you can have them from Holland, it would be amazing. But if it's for everyday flowers, they are really nice. Obviously, the flowers that you can get from florists, and also just ask them where they get the flowers from. Yeah. And if they're maniacs like me, they'll want the best flowers, even though it can cost a bit more than just the regular ones.
Okay, so I'm just zooming in a little bit to show everyone this. Somebody said my technique isn't very good, so I need to zoom in every so often on the flower. I think they meant this. I think they meant this flower here.
Oh no, I think they meant this beautiful.
Oh, okay.
But definitely, yes, you're. No, I'm not.
And I've had another question. How are we any closer to selling Villeneuve? Well, Villeneuve, unfortunately, it's not the best time to be selling, is it, Anna? There's not very many clients out there looking for big properties like that. But on saying that, I have a visit tomorrow and I have a visit on Wednesday next week. I have somebody ready to give us a offer as well. But
yes.
As per usual, he has to check with his wife and show his wife. So I think it's the wife that probably is going to give the offer rather than him.
Well, that's a very good decision by this gentleman.
Yeah, we're hoping that it'll go smoothly. That I am struggling a little bit to hold this camera.
Oh, now you see how hard it is.
Yeah, when I whittle on about things. So
you do. At least now you understand more.
Yeah, we're not actually. Somebody's asking, are we anywhere near Stephanie? No, we're a few hours away from Stephanie, aren't we? So
yeah, I think we're more than a few. I think we are. Steph is in Dimuzon now. I don't want to get it wrong.
I don't know.
if no, someone knows, I think we're about 2 hours from Cognac, and I think Steph is another 2 hours away. But we're hoping to see Steph and Philip soon.
Yep. Somebody's now asking an interesting question again. How long after an offer comes in do you actually get to close on a house? So the way it works in France is, and before I go any further, that bouquet is looking very nice now, but the way it works in France is somebody gives you a written offer, and then the notaires get involved. And I don't know whether all companies have or other countries have notaires, but notaires then get involved. I suppose solicitors possibly in other countries. And so you sign what is known as a sous-sang privé, and that way you're contracted in to sell to that person or to buy from the other person. And so long as there are no clauses, kind of get-out clauses, you then have to buy within normally 3 months, unless there's some kind of clause that says 6 months or something like that. Most people will say that they want a loan, possibly not at the kind of levels Villeneuve is at because it's such a luxury property. But, you know, for most property, you'll probably have a loan to deal with and get sorted in that 2-3 month period. So yeah, it goes quite quick.
And Ed walks as fast as he talks.
Yeah. So people are asking the question, have we not thought about trying to build at Lagos? We have thought about that. There is a huge problem for most of the site at Lagos is that there are caves and you're not allowed to build on top of caves. Mm-hmm. You can renovate what's already built, but you can't build.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
yeah,
so that's one of the problems that that we face at Lagos. A few people asking how the kids are doing. Well, I don't know where they've gone now. I think Emma's somewhere around, but Charles's bike's just there, so he was here a minute ago.
He might come over soon. Well, if we tease them with sweeties, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they're both loving their sweeties. I think it's probably in the chateau now. I think we're nearly to the end.
Yeah, on the cave front, I have to say that it's kind of the way things work in France for planning is a very much a thick marker pen. So they'll have like zones that are, in Bordeaux at least, they have zones that are kind of risk of flooding. And it's just like, poof, if that's got any type of risk of flooding, it's all in the same category, you can't do anything. Same kind of thing goes for caves, even though our caves are very healthy caves as such, they are well mined, it still means that we can't build above them just because there's caves there. There have been cave-ins around the area and people have lost their lives due to the cave-ins, so I can understand that. But I think maybe the legislation should be changed slightly so that, you know, we get a chance to actually show that the caves are in good state.
You talk that much, Ed, that I finished. I call it chatterbox, don't I?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to explain to everyone as much as I can. That is looking really good. Have you finished? Is it just got to be tied now?
Yes, the last step. And then obviously some wiring. Which is like, I always try, and I love this one because this one has wire inside but is coated, which means it doesn't break the flowers. So
you didn't tell the bride that her bouquet is being done live on YouTube. No, I think this possibly a bridesmaid or...
No, this is big. This is the bride.
Okay.
Imagine if like this was a bridesmaid. The bride would have to be twice as big, and I'm sure it's as big as my head, if not more. But it definitely has like some of my favorite flowers and definitely colors. The only thing like it doesn't have is, although it would look nice now, some of that beautiful lavender.
Yeah, but you can't touch the lavender and things here, can you really? Because it's not fair on the next people coming, that's the problem.
I never touch the flowers that are in the ground because they're making the chateau look pretty for all the guests.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, if we ever did build a greenhouse, that's where I'd be. But I tried to make sure like all the roses are nice and straight. But it have to be good quality, otherwise it's not good enough to use for a bouquet.
Oh, Stuart, I'm sure you've asked this question before. I've had a question of Stuart. Where did we meet and when? So we met back in 2007 in Bordeaux Centre, didn't we, Anna?
Yes, we did.
And then at the time Anna was with somebody else, and so I became very good friends with her brother, and we used to go out kind of having a drink every night practically. and then
I thought Ed was after my brother.
yes,
Turns out he wasn't.
no,
So we became friends, and I thought, oh, Kate is gonna. Although my brother isn't gay, I thought, never know. Ed could have been. And then no, it turns out he wanted to go out with me.
Sneaky McSneakerson.
And here we are, how many years later?
Why'd you have to throw that one in now? 13 years later.
13? Are you sure?
Oh God, no.
6?
Oh God, 16 years later. There we go.
Thank you, Ed.
I've had it. That's it. Tonight I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're in the doghouse. Although no, the dogs will be happy to have you with them.
More romantic for another time is our engagement story and our first wedding of 2 weddings. Because somebody said what a romantic story. But yeah, we have that's possibly for the patrons. We'll keep that one.
Romantic is this. Ed said Anna for the cuttings. I always struggle because I have with my hands the gripping doesn't last. So Ed got me as a present. We bought it. Well, you bought it for me. He got me a special cutting machine. So it doesn't get any more romantic than this without.
There we go.
Perfect.
Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that we answered a few of your questions that you wanted to have answers to. Here's little Emma, just come to say hello. No, she's not saying hello.
To see Mummy.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching, like I say.
Thank you guys, and see you all soon.